of being discussed. Some decision is expected on gas prices. We understand that last weekend the panel of secretaries have submitted the report. It has been, we have been carrying the story. But dealers say the best way to play this possibility is via long ONGC, because they are the immediate beneficiaries of any hike which happens. Reliance will only be a sentimental beneficiary. So there's a long trade which is being recommended in ONGC also in the near term.
Oh yes, indeed. Thanks for that, Ajay and Gargi, for giving us the roundup of the market internals. I just want to mark Titan again, because we were talking about the demerger of the precision engineering business. The company has already stated in the past that this business is expected to grow tenfold by 2013. The revenues currently stand at about 200 crores. And the management has highlighted in the past, Mr. Bhaskar Bhatt has said on record that this is another Titan in the making. They're going to keep the brand for at least the next 2 years, but this demerger was pretty much in the works, and now it seems like it's seeing the light of day coming through. 391 on Titan, not reacting too much to this piece of news as of now. Okay, let me just address the European markets. They've had a mixed opening. The CAC slightly higher. You're looking at the FTSE being a bit weaker in the session, range bound at best. Andrew Popper, who's Managing Director at Beauclerk, joins in with a quick snapshot and view on the markets. Andrew, good to have you on the show. What is the view that you're taking from a near-term perspective on risk? There's much concern over Europe, but US is looking steady?
Well, this is right, both from the point of view of the economy and the point of view of the stock market. The data from Europe that has come out and is expected to continue to come out this week shows a clear weakening trend. It would be exaggerated to say that Europe is sliding back into a recession, but there is a clear loss of momentum. The ECB, as of course you know, has been prompted to intervene and take additional measures to try to stimulate the monetary policy. It's too early to say whether they have had some results or not. But there are discussions about the efficiency of this policy, which is different from the U.S., which had a much more aggressive program of quantitative easing. The ECB is much more limited in buying government bonds, and the rest of the asset market is less developed, so it's not clear how efficient their tools can be. They are emphasizing this program of LTRO, which is similar to the program that the Bank of England has in place, stimulating lending to small and medium-sized enterprises, but it's too early to say whether this is successful or not. So therefore, there is a lot of negativity still in Europe, and there is the European markets still continue to lag the U.S. markets, where the economy is much better. The dollar is showing signs of strength because people are investing in the U.S. economy, and the Fed is moving slowly towards the normalization of monetary policy. Then we have the special case of the UK, where the market is beginning to recover slowly. It has suffered from the uncertainty related to the Scottish referendum. Now this is out of the way. We have seen a positive result from the point of view of the markets, in the sense that the United Kingdom has preserved its integrity. So that has removed a significant element of uncertainty. But that element of uncertainty has been replaced to some extent by the political debates as regarding the devolution of more powers to Scotland, and conversely, the constitutional issue of England now asking for English votes for English laws.
All right, Andrew, appreciate your time, and thank you for analyzing the current global situation for us. Moving on, after announcing nearly a dozen airfare discount schemes since beginning of this year, low-cost carrier SpiceJet has said that it will continue, important, it will continue with the schemes for high load factors with an aim to improve market share. In an exclusive chat with ET Now, Sanjeev Kapoor, SpiceJet Chief Operating Officer, said the airline has no plans to lay off employees as cost-cutting pressure is controllable.
We do the best we can to to maximize our revenues. And that's a part of our revenue management strategy. Yeah. We will do what's best for us, given the situation, given the competitive environment, given the regulations. We'll do the best.
Will there be layoffs and all that happening from your side, sir? Is there a possibility?
I've said many times now.
Okay, I just want to address HUL. I mean, we've been talking about the stock right from the word go, and it's been the key mover in the session today. That's 2.5% up on HUL. Good volume action also coming in there, 762. It's the star in the session and has defied a fair amount of pessimism in the market when most people are trying to avoid consumer staples at this point. Prakash, come to you. At 763, what would be your call on HUL?
I think HUL, I certainly like it. That was the call that I did in the morning. Again, I like it here. And I feel that it can, my target was 769, but I would modify the target to around 772. And once it gives a breakout now at 756 and stays above it, I think it's going even to 780. I won't be surprised. So HUL certainly is looking good to me.
Right, let's take a quick break with the news that HUL is the big story. India's biggest FMCG company has increased product prices once again, and that has gone down very well with market watchers.
Welcome to Smart Investing. Smart Investing is beating inflation through ETFs. Smart Investing is investing in some of India's best public sector companies through ETFs. ETF. Enjoy the future. National Stock Exchange.
MakeMeLazy.com.
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 Registrations are open for service branches. Apply now.
कभी कहीं मैं आसमां तू मेरी ज़मीन
Madhya Pradesh, heart of India, now the center of gravity for investment.
Global Investor Summit में आइए, आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है.
Are Indian businesses prepared to deal with volatile and complex global markets? How can companies compete globally and gain a sustainable advantage? Presenting NHRDN Second CEO Conclave.
We are stretching boundaries, seeking best practices so that we create a better tomorrow's company and a better tomorrow's India.
A conference on challenges faced by businesses and the role of HR in aligning their agenda with business goals. Only on ET Now.
HP, India's #1 desktop, notebook and printer.
Manale, 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 mere yaar aaya khushiyon ka tyohar.
Welcome back. You're still watching Market Sense right here on ET Now.
And talk about NBFCs. One NBFC which has been on a tear is Chola. Let's connect with the Managing Director, Vellayan Subbiah, who joins us live to talk about the business prospects and what is the way forward for the company and for this NBFC going forward. Vellayan, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Your stock currently is the envy of the town.
Nikunj, obviously, yes, it has been a good performance over the past couple of quarters. So, that is something to cheer about. Yes, thank you.
A lot of market men are of the view that Cholamandalam Investment Finance Company would benefit immensely. Immensely is the word here, because if the economy recovers, CV business or CV financing businesses will also recover.
Yes, Nikunj, absolutely, we agree. Both our segments, commercial vehicles, which is about 75% of our book, and home equity, which is 25%. Both we see enormous benefit in, once the market comes back. Obviously, we don't know exactly when it is going to come back, but we definitely do see great benefit when it comes back. Even some of the newer businesses that we've been experimenting with, housing loans, for example, affordable housing loans, is something that we're seeing a lot of positive traction with. So we definitely see a lot of synergy once the market starts picking up again.
How is business shaping up for you, especially in the vehicle finance segment? Because, with all that talk about interest growing, with the sales numbers improving, there is investor interest building in the auto sector. Do you see a pickup there?
So, Tanvi, I think that's a good question. We haven't seen any significant pickup yet, either in the sales. To me, the lead indicator is always how collections is performing. And so first on the collections front, we've not seen any significant pickup yet at all. So that's more important to me, because often you can create short-term sales spikes, but the only way you can actually make it sustainable is if there's more money at the hands of the customers, which is first reflected in our collections data. So as far as commercial vehicles are concerned, we're not seeing that yet. So we're not seeing more money in the hands of our customers, which would then translate into better collections performance. Obviously kind of heavy commercial vehicles are beginning to see an uptick in sales, but that's predominantly been with the strategic and the larger fleets replacing, what has basically become kind of fairly old in terms of their average fleet ages. We're not seeing a lot of the smaller road transport operators beginning to buy even heavy commercial vehicles in the current market. So I do think that that time is still a little bit away from happening.
You've recently raised money at a time when you're not confident of a big recovery. Why have you raised money?
Nikunj, yeah, so the question is, when you're asking me in terms of short-term recovery which happened, obviously it's not. Are we confident that it's going to come back? Absolutely, we're confident. So the question is more a question of timing, and but obviously when we raise money, we raise it for a 3 or 4 year horizon. So I definitely do think that the market's coming back. I just don't want to hazard any estimates as to when. So we're just raising, when there's always this cliche in the markets, Nikunj, raise money when it's available, not when you need it, right? And so we definitely kind of are followers of that, and so we took the money at times when kind of money was available, and we definitely think that over the next 3 to 4 years there's going to be a lot of opportunity for growth.
Just say that, don't they? Raise money when markets are not hot, not when you need money. Okay, so I'm going to move on from one aspect. I'm going to change the scope of the discussion to your home finance business. Now, the home finance business or the housing finance business in India is largely dominated by banks and big NBFCs like LIC and HDFC. Does it make sense for you to move into a space which is not competitive, but it is ultra competitive?
Yeah. So Nikunj, that's a great question. So we have two businesses. One is a loan against property business where we have about a 6,000 crore plus book. And that is basically kind of effectively kind of a reverse mortgage where you have an asset that is unencumbered and we provide the first lien against it. That business is a business that's grown very, very well for us over the last 7 years where we've had the business. And we have close to a 6,500 crore book on that business right now. That business predominantly caters to self-employed people. So effectively what we're doing there is providing an SME business loan using the house that usually the business owner lives in as the collateral or security for that loan. So effectively I see that business more as an SME lending business where the collateral used is basically one of the house. Right. The second business that we're looking at now, and we disperse in fairly small quantities. We disperse close to 10 crores a month, so it's very small for us right now, is in the area of affordable housing. And there we've taken a slightly different tack. What we're focusing on is housing loans for the self-employed. So we're pursuing again a segment that we see as underserved. Most of the banks tend to stick with the salaried class in this country, and if you take self-employed people, somebody that has a retail store that sells vegetables or is a kind of a distributor for vegetables in the market, a distributor for steel, those people in this country still find it very difficult to